Hey guys, how you doing? Um, Jake, how you doing? So
Grant,
you're having a hard time hearing me, huh, Jake?
well, I'm about I am about at a volume 3.
Yeah, okay. Is anybody else out there having a hard time hearing me? Can you hear me and Jake both equally? Am I low? Is there something? We're trying to figure this out. We just don't know. Having a hard time with it. A little bit of what you call technical
Are
difficulties.
are our
Technical.
words not coming through at the same volume that they usually do, or
No, you guys sound great. Danny Staten says, "Okay, thanks, Danny." I guess it's just something on your end. I don't know. Maybe it's something on my end connecting with you. That happens sometimes with StreamYard. No. Tracy says she can hear us too.
for real?
Yep. Well, Jake, that episode, we got through it, watched the whole thing. I just wanted to reflect a little bit about our experience that we had together, let alone the sound I heard that got us there. You know, paranormal. I just had this thought in between that show and this show about that breath going, like, what if that was a Bigfoot? Is why we heard it coming so high. We thought it was like, 10 feet up in the air, something like that behind us. Maybe it was a Bigfoot. Like the veil is so thin, like he was there, but he was in a different plane, but there enough so we could hear him going, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, that was weird. Wasn't that weird? I mean, what makes a breathing sound in a tree like that when
Yeah,
there isn't
which
anything there?
again, which again reminds me of that movie, The Predator, where he's sitting up in the tree looking at all those commandos laying down in the woods. And was that what he was doing up there, looking down at us being those commandos in the situation, and him just sitting up there, easy peasy, unbeknownst to us.
Something was making that noise and nothing was there to be seen. So it was really weird. Well, thank you very much. Nottam Yankee says that they can hear us just fine, and they're a few thousand miles away. So,
Yeah, it's not back from Scotland.
no.
Reflections, doing it every day. Reflections, doing it all the way. Reflections, doing the best we can. Reflections, at home with the travel band. Now give it to me. Well, I could do better.
Someone in chat reminded me about that. Thanks. Thanks, Bomber.
Keeping the streak alive. Thank you, Bomber.
Yeah, Sasquatch Wizard. That was those breaths were just freaking not good. Not good. It was weird. And there was nothing up. There was nothing in the trees right there where we were looking. There was nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
We looked around good and there was nothing there.
Also, it's good when you can look someone eyeball to eyeball who has purportedly or allegedly, pick your adjective, seen or heard one of these things, and you can tell for real when it's genuine and when it's BS. But when it is genuine, and those what you call knowers, people who know, who don't have to be convinced. We got a lot of those up here in the park.
Yeah. Weird stuff. Jake, so yeah, the slamming of the truck hood. Some people during the show were, suggesting maybe a gun of some sort. It wasn't a gun. I mean, that sound that you hear is the closest thing I came up with, kind of like, that's not exactly what I heard, but it was similar, very similar. But it was a lot bigger, it was deeper, and it was bigger than that. It was a robust sound. And so and then Wizard said maybe a drum, an old drum barrel full of, like, maybe hardly anything left in it, condensation, and they can pop like guardrails do and whatnot, the metal expansion contraction. But I mean, that's a great idea. But we looked through the whole woods through there, and there weren't any around. It would have to be above the ground for that to happen. It's not gonna heat up in the ground. So I don't know.
Yeah. Around 1955, that might have been the case, when there may have been some metal barrels around that were still expanding and contracting. But since then, the father time would, rust it out. So, there wouldn't be, there'd be holes
Yeah.
rusted in, so it wouldn't make that sound
Yeah.
really, after
Yeah.
the first 10 years, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Some of that stuff they made back in the day was, you could leave it out forever. some of the old stuff,
All
the good
right.
stuff, the good stuff.
Built glass.
But still, I mean, even if it was a drum, the noise was bigger than a drum would make. I think, I'm quite certain. I mean, it was just a very short, big, loud crash, slam, metal, like just bam, bam. I don't know. But anyway, that was weird. The mound, the burial mound thing, that mound of dirt there, that was strange. That was just all dirt too. We should go back and check that out and get, a couple different perspectives of it, so we can tell how big it is and everything. Because that's definitely weird.
Well,
And
you
then-
know how RT has like his metal detecting. We need some ground penetrating radar, kind of something that'll give us like a little seismic image, maybe.
Oh, to see what's down. Yeah, see
one
what's
of
down
those,
in there. Yeah, I don't know. That may be something we could rent from like B&H or something. Possibly.
Oh,
I have to look into that. That's a good idea. That'd be fun. Then that tree, the hemlock X, Jake, it doesn't show up on camera real well, guys, at all. You would have to be there to see what it is. I mean, the tip of that hemlock tree comes down around, and it's like snagged up in and like bobby pinned in there with that other tree, that other broken off tree. It's like, there's no way that could ever happen without something or somebody doing it like that. That's not something that could happen randomly. It's just not. That was weird. And for a force to bring that hemlock down that far and like bend it out of the ground like that, that's huge. Huge. Talking to huge. Our
that
friend,
would be like Dave Noakes plus like one of the twins, like
No.
Terry or both
No way.
at the same time.
No way, dude. People couldn't get that tree to do that. We could do a test on a tree like that too. We could put like a chain on it and just keep trying to bring it down. See how much it takes. They have those hooks for catching big fish and stuff. Put that on there. See how many pounds it is.
We'll get 3 harnesses and get full 3 grown adults and try to get them climbing up there and try to top a tree. You think it's gonna work?
No, not that big. Not a hemlock like that, man. That's just no way.
So if 3 200 to 300-pound adults can't top a tree like that.
No way. No way.
Well, it's got to be Mom Nature or something unknown.
I was trying to respond to Hilton something, but I wasn't even typing. He's asking me if I stopped drinking. Yeah, I've been drinking almost 2 months. This isn't alcoholic. Anyway, that tree was nuts, Jake. That tree was completely nuts. But speaking of big, if that was a Bigfoot, let's look at that picture that Tom Hammond sent. Okay. Okay. You ready, Jake?
Why don't we do that?
And
why don't we tell them where that track is from?
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Yeah. I want to start with this one. This is a track that a buddy of ours took that is kind of opposite this land through. There's no roads between where we were and where this track was taken. No roads at all. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of in the general area. Here's the other print. You can't see it real well, but it's there. That's the right foot. You can actually see toes in the top of it. Anyway, those tracks were given to us by a buddy of ours. And then once Tom saw the notification that we had this thing called the Muller noise, he instantly thought, wait, I have a picture that I took at Muller Pond. And I remember Tom once he sent this to me just today, I was like, holy cow, I forgot all about that track. It was like 2 or 3 summers ago, I think.
Or the bistro.
And that's the track that Tom found at Muller Pond, which is, like we were just looking, it's a lot narrower than this track, but it's longer. You can see the size comparison with a pack of cigs. And then this here, that's a track at Muller Pond. That thing is ginormous, I'd say. Ginormous.
Huge.
So maybe there was a Bigfoot in a different plane. This is a huge, this head way up. I don't know, Jake. I don't know. That breathing was
so
just
look at Tom's foot. He's like 10, 11, 12, something in that something like that. And that thing, his foot's getting dwarfed by that thing. No insult to you, Tommy, but you're a full grown man. But
look at
that thing is just huge.
It's huge. Oh man. Yeah. So that was right there too, guys, right at Muller.
Right where we were gigging frogs there.
No, we weren't gigging frogs there.
Oh, we didn't?
That's Oliver Pond.
Yeah, I know. Sure. Muller different. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. We haven't done anything like that up there.
Hilty says video an experiment trying to bend a tree. See how hard or easy it'd be. That's a good idea, Jake. We should do that.
I'm all about it. I got my harness. Let's go. I'm gonna have to pack on some pounds. I'm gonna have to gain like 25 pounds for this role that I have to play.
We'll get all the Meehan brothers together and have them do it.
Okay.
They're a big bunch of boys.
Yeah, I saw their patriarch. Brutus was up there.
Have him join right in. All 4 of them.
Yeah.
Team Meehan on the case.
Well, there are a lot of people. maybe Mr. Rafferty knows someone who would be, he's got a lot of men in his business who hump around a lot of heavy equipment. Hardworking men, will say. So they might be someone in, you know, Dan Ross size category who can
Well,
put up a 15-foot piece of sheetrock with one hand and
yeah,
something in another. You know what I mean?
absolutely. We have plenty of trees of that size on the property at Squatch Country, where the campsite is. There's tons of hemlocks in there that size. We can find
Oh,
one.
really?
We can find one in like 10 minutes or less when we go in there, and then there you go. Try to get that thing down. See what it takes, and then we won't just ruin a tree. Cut it up and use it for the underside logs through the swamp bridges that we're making. That hemlock doesn't rot hardly at all. It'll stay there for a long time in the water. So anyway, Jake, just wanted to reflect a little bit. We'll leave this up for a little while. People can watch it, maybe see if they have any ideas to any of this stuff. One of my thoughts was, and I think Tracy brought it up, is it a residual haunting? I think I told you about that, Jake. Like I thought maybe, this is old growth forest. The trees are huge, and there was a rock wall in there. And back in the day, they used to just clear all the rocks for the farming property and make property barriers out of them, rock walls. And that old cemetery in there, there could have been a bunch of people up there living and had a whole little farm, and all sorts of stuff could have happened up there back in the day. And maybe what I was hearing was like some energy from a truck hood that slammed in the middle of a field that somebody had made. I don't know. I mean, it's just an idea.
Or maybe it was a tractor. Maybe it wasn't a truck, but it was like
something.
the side wing of a tractor in the early, like you said, you're dealing with a cemetery that's like a little over 200 years old, so
is that yeah. There's some stuff there. There's definite stuff there. And Tom having that footprint, that's crazy. And all that land there isn't too far away from Snyder, where that's one of our hotspot areas. All that land's connected right there. There's wilderness through it. That's all there is.
Yeah. Really, like it's a backward shot right to Snyder, like not even, would you say less than 3 miles? Like not even 2 miles or 2.5 miles?
I would say maybe something
from
like,
the lake to the lake to the top of Snyder.
It's a good question. I mean, anywhere between, I would say 2 miles, maybe.
I would say between 2 and 3, dude. It's like so close. It's like just around. It's like just around the mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just around the bend.
It's
like a CCR.
Yeah,
up around the bend.
So that whole area is just, I think, like my theory from back in the day, I think the veil is just thin in them hills. And for some reason, the strangeness is seen because it can jump to this realm or something. I don't freaking know, dude. But there's all the stuff that happens there, the UFOs, Bigfoot stuff, little people stuff, ghost stuff. It's all just messed up in there. So anyway, I'm getting really tired, buddy. Had a long day. Thanks for everything, Jake. And thanks for everybody that checked this out. It's good to be back in action doing some stuff. You can expect more. When? I don't know. But we'll be doing more. We're doing more stuff. We got some things that we didn't finish up from before that we have to. So anyway.
Thanks for putting everything together, brother. Peace and love.
Yep. Yeah, you're welcome. Everybody, good to see you. And we'll be in touch later.